The paradox of our time in history is that we have more degrees but less sense, more knowledge but less judgment. Universities need to imbibe within students a sense of partnership for attaining strategic global impact.
This pandemic is only one of the many global problems that we are going to face in the future. Climate change, poverty, and racial injustice are only some of the examples. And these issues are not something that a single country can solve on its own. Therefore, international coordination will be vital than ever.
When we imagine the future, we see universities giving students more opportunities to discuss among them and with peers from other national and international institutes, inside and outside the classroom.
We think students must be prepared to debate on problems of common concern. As the future, we require them to take a stand and to engage in processes of constructive learning.
Students must be empowered to take risks and work creatively across disciplines.
Universities should realize that preparing students just for the major they opted for is not sufficient in today's world. It is necessary that students have the opportunity to learn something that is not a part of their major, but might help them build a career in the future.
Per tendere a un maggiore equilibrio tra praticità e teoria, in modo particolare per affrontare i problemi dovuti alle disparità, ai cambiamenti climatici.
Universities should provide all students, regardless of track or major, with scientific, factual knowledge about climate change and the skills necessary to think critically and constructively on how it plays into everyday life. As a result, students should be graduating with the right set of tools to integrate environmental considerations into their future careers in any sector or country. Universities are also in a position to lead by example by creating the best possible conditions for students to embrace a more sustainable lifestyle.
I think the university can implement stronger mental health care systems that are more accessible for students. Some solutions may be online therapy or online counseling with professional therapists, or school-initiated support groups where students with similar problems can come together to discuss.
Mental health should be actively normalized so that students feel comfortable seeking the help that they need. We propose a review of the allocation of student fees so that there could be increased funding towards essential mental health services.
Universities should redefine their role as a place to apply knowledge and acquire personal skills.
I want to acquire technical online skills we're going to need for working life after graduation. It goes from how to use online meeting apps effectively in situations like job interviews, online internships, to help us grasp what it actually looks like to work remotely.
We students require more technical support rather than the theoretical knowledge in the real world. It would be great to take one course from the Career Development Center as a requisite course.
What is higher education and its purpose? The main purpose of higher education would be to produce excellent human resources and contribute to the society.
Universities need to take a forward-thinking approach to career development. We should be empowered to take risks, engage with unconventional opportunities, and gain meaningful experience in careers that reflect our skills and passions. We are entering a world in crisis, threatened by COVID-19, climate change, and human rights violations. And our education is training us to think critically. What we're lacking is the framework to explore where we are needed. And universities have a responsibility to help us discover and transition to careers in which we can enact change and pursue our passions.
If students get to work with communities and understand the problems that are plaguing our society today, they will actually build critical thinking skills, start solving these problems while they are still in school.
I want to share with you an idea about the promotion of entrepreneurship in university programs. Today's education system is just not geared towards this. So how do we encourage new entrepreneurs in universities? Well, mentoring in startup accelerators is one way to go about this, but the most effective measures, in my opinion, is actually teaching entrepreneurship skills alongside rigorous academic courses. Universities should allow special entrepreneur tracks where students can, for example, create their own startups instead of submitting a thesis upon graduation. This type of university education could achieve our ambition of making students global change makers.
I want to suggest we adopt capacity-based learning assessment so that students can be evaluated on how to perform and do well with their major in their real lives.
If you think of universities as analogs to nations, you can think of students like citizens. They use the tools of the university to better themselves academically, socially, and professionally. I propose that every graduating student produce a portfolio that summarizes what they've gotten out of their experience. The overall point would be to encourage students to reflect and create a meaningful portfolio and narrative that can be used as a selling point when they come to the job market.
This crisis is a unique opportunity to reinvent a new world by drawing lessons from this pandemic through a large perspective. We have to act. We cannot be passive.
Together, as a group of U7 student delegates, we ask, what if learning to listen with an open mind and respectfully respond to another's point of view was just as important as defending and supporting your own position in an article or dissertation?
What if it became normal for students of all disciplines and levels of study to put the knowledge they gained in the classroom to use in community together as part of the educating process?
What if receiving university education meant that learning skills for working collaboratively as a team member was just as important as learning to write a clear essay?
We'd like to encourage you as universities to use your voice to take a stand, not even necessarily politically, but to speak out in favor of scientific fact, for example regarding climate change or against discrimination.
Nous devons être instigateurs du changement pour créer une société sereine et durable.
If we listen, and that's critically listen to each other, to the problems, to the hurts, to the aches that we have. And not just listen to the people who are like you, not just listen to the people who like you, and not just listen to the people who have the same background as you, or think the same things as you, then things can start to change.
Participating in this forum has given me the privilege to listen to the opinions of students of different backgrounds, different disciplines, different nationalities, and different beliefs in the similar issue that students have faced during this pandemic. It has also helped me realize the importance of digital communication in galvanizing the collective intelligence of students in providing solutions to the problems of the world.
Ultimately, we know this is a challenging time for everyone, but we have had an amazing opportunity to collaborate with universities around the world. We hope that you continue to actively listen to student voices, particularly those from underrepresented groups.
Participating in the Worldwide Student Forum made me realize that students all over the world share the same concerns and hopes for a better future. We are closer than we think.
I would like to say thank you to U7 Alliance for giving me this incredible opportunity to present myself. We are in it together. Thank you.